Hi, my name's Keo Bryant. My major is in aviation management. Row State was actually my first option, and I just loved how involved the community was, and it was just felt like a right fit for me. My favorite experience, I'd say there's a lot of great ones. I know for sure like the intramurals are just great. Really, just anything that kind of involves the community here at Rose State has always been enjoyable. So like, the nights at esports on game days and the clubs I've been a part of, like the Bible studies for Chi Alpha and BCM, and all of the meetings and events with Raiderthon my first semester, and then also like Senate was great. Those meetings were really insightful on community building and just speaking and all those kind of legal aspects. And then Trio was amazing for my last semester. It really taught me how to be included ethnically as well, and learn about diversity and such. And then also PLC taught me a lot about leadership, and I think those are all great things that I've experienced here at Rose State. I'd say who influenced me most. We'll start with my coaches at my esports coaches, Grisham and Zapla. They were really good at kind of just like making me feel important, and I think that's really important here at Rose State. Is that everyone here, all the staff, makes a really great emphasis on making you feel important, and so other people that made me feel important. I didn't really get time to I guess talk to him a lot, but I've been around him a lot. His name's Ian, and he kind of just is the embodiment of what Rose State is, and I think he's just a great leader. And then I'd say some of my instructors, a lot of the instructing staff here at Rose State is really great, and they'll love to just sit down and talk to you. And I think those people are really important. And then I'd also include all of the PLC advisors. They're really great at just sitting down and listening to you and making sure that your goals are heard and also understood, and they can help you drive to reach those as well. I decided to go to the workforce and finish like my private pilots and commercial licensing for aviation. I kind of want to go into like the more private side of things. I talked to the chief pilot of Hobby Lobby, and he really kind of opened the doors for that side of aviation that I really didn't know. So, and that was all thanks to Rose State actually. So, I love the experience here. I found it through Raider Days, and then the staff, like anywhere, does a really good job at kind of directing you on where to go. I think I just went into a random classroom, and they were like, go to the engagement office, and so the first time I was in there, people were quick to help me and kind of guide me on where I was needing to go. And then after that, like any question I had, I knew that I could just go to the engagement office and there'd be someone there to help me. I also lived on campus, and I believe that was one of the major factors on why I enjoyed Rose State so much, because it also just allowed me to, just show up to campus every day and it'd be an easy decision. And those easy decisions led to a lot of meeting people and getting involved in organizations that I just, stumbled onto a table or, bumped into someone in the hallway. And so I think just being present and being involved and just, trying to reach out. I know that the social media does a really good job at, kind of providing when you should be where, and, living on campus gives you the access to do that a little easier. I would say definitely get involved as much as you can. The Raider Days here are very important. They show you all what's there to offer. Reach out and just talk to people. You can get in a position where you can, be involved and you can matter. And I think those are two important things to improve your experience here at Rose State College as an incoming student.